What's the worst first date experience you've ever had? For me, it was the date that ended with a missing person report. I met this guy, let's call him Ryan, through a friend. He was funny, charming over text, and seemed like a genuinely good guy. He asked me to dinner, and I said yes. The night started off fine. He picked a nice restaurant, held the door open for me, even complimented my outfit. But about 10 minutes in, I started noticing things. He kept checking over his shoulder. Every time the waiter came by, he'd go completely silent, like he was afraid they were listening. Then, out of nowhere, he asked, "You came alone, right?" Something about the way he said it made my stomach tighten. Of course I came alone. It was a date. I laughed nervously, yeah, why? He didn't answer, just nodded and changed the subject. At that point, I was already on edge. But then halfway through dinner, he looked me dead in the eyes and said, "If anything happens, just tell them I was with you all night." What? I asked, half laughing, waiting for him to say he was joking. He didn't, he just smiled. I suddenly wasn't hungry anymore. I made up some excuse about an early morning and asked for the check. He didn't argue, but as we left, he kept glancing around like he was waiting for something to happen. When we got to the parking lot, he grabbed my hand too tightly. "Hey, I had fun. We should do this again soon." I nodded, just wanting to leave. But as I got into my car and drove off, I checked my rearview mirror. Ryan wasn't walking to his car, he was running. Not toward his car, toward the back of the restaurant. The next morning I woke up to a flood of messages from my friend. Ryan was missing. Apparently after I left, he never went home. His car was still in the restaurant parking lot. His phone was off. No one had seen him since. And the last person to be with him, me.